Hey guys, I remember growing up and every 4 years waiting for the Olympics. It was a big affair for our family because we were all, set together, turn out the lights to see especially the opening ceremonies. They were huge. Weeks up until then, we would actually be anticipating that moment. And it was something big. My father used to actually record them on VCR, so it's on VHS, and then we'd play again days after. Kids don't know what VHS are these days, by the way, so, But this year, we are going into the Olympics. Is it not today or tomorrow?
It's on Friday.
It's on Friday, yeah.
On Friday.
However, there has been a total...
just before that. Maybe like
There's been a total lack of, I don't want to say lack of attention, but lack of fanfare around the Olympics this year, which ought to have been last year, by the way, only brought forward backward because of the COVID-19 pandemic.
Has the torch been going around the world?
I didn't even hear about that.
It can't.
It can't go around the world because it's literally like passing something handheld.
So I think that's from that's quite that's what you mentioned. I think that's where it starts, because the idea was the torch goes around the world to every city, that every country that's supposed to participate at the Olympics, and that also ramps up the hype. So you get your notable dignitaries, one person from a country who would hold the torch. I know. But then in a COVID environment,
you can't be passing
stuff.
COVID touch all about.
So I'm saying, but it went to some significant places. It went to, I know it got to London, it got to Britain, it got to some few places. So maybe, I think one in a continent or so, but not like countries as it normally would. So that's where, that's the first one. And then, of course, there's been calls for boycotts of the games. I mean, look at the issue with Sha'Carri Richardson, who tested positive for marijuana, which everybody says is just. But if there are rules, she should maybe have been careful. Which if those rules are there before time, you have to check what you take, medication,
but the argument
anything.
with that instance was it wasn't an enhancement drug, was it? It was a recreational one.
But it's against the rules.
It's still against the rules.
There's marijuana is not supposed to be. So a number of black athletes are not going to be at the Olympics
because of that.
So there's a boycott even before then.
It would seem that they're taking it as it's a boycott on some race level. Is that what they're?
So what the Olympics is about a lot more than just racing. There's some sports that only ever get showcased through the Olympics. Synchronized swimming, the ice skating, the choreographed.
What was your best one? I'll tell you mine.
Which one?
Volleyball, women's volleyball.
Really?
It is so beautiful to see. I love it.
I love your outfits.
Yeah, I do too.
Bobsledding.
With your gesture.
Bobsled.
Come on, there's some sports you only ever get to see through the Olympics.
And then there's some sports you're wondering, how on earth is that an Olympic game? What's that? Bowling? Bowling? Is that the ice bowling? What?
Yeah, where you see, so there's
I can't remember the name of that.
The pot. I think it's the pot.
Oh, boy.
So trying to clear the way for it.
I'm like, what is this?
They're trying to clear the way for it. It's all about
ice hockey.
Very interesting.
So you see, and like you mentioned, so because of that boycott, and then some notable athletes also, like I do LeBron James and Steph Curry, it's looking, we beat the U.S. national team.
I was going to ask what our chances are.
This is the third time the U.S. team is losing in an exhibition game in 29 years. It's big. And then we beat Argentina, the fourth-rated team. Of course, we lost to Australia. Australia also beat the US, so it's not like so much of a big deal.
To us.
But the thing now is that we hopefully we get on the podium.
There was the story yesterday, or was it last week, of the Ugandan athlete who the pre-game went for the pre-game. However, the guy disappeared.
Yeah, he did.
He left a note in his hotel room saying, "I don't want to go back to my country.
I
want to work in Japan." And this is the question.
Did.
Japan is a very unique place for people of Afro origin.
Wow.
Because you stick out like a sore thumb. I'm wondering how on earth does he intend to hide in Japan?
He straight up beat that, man. He straight up beat that. So I remember reading the story and I was just, I didn't know what to say.
It's reminiscent of Nigerian athletes from the 90s, actually. This used to happen a lot. I don't know how or if they've been able to curb that, but athletes used to actually go on Olympics or events and just disappear.
It's the career peak for many athletes.
For many, yes, it is.
So it has to hold. This is like the climax for a lot of people's careers. This is where they make the most money. I hope it's going to be a great game. I hope it's going to be as entertaining.
There'll be no crowd.
Yes. Tell you what, let's do a break right now, and we'll be back. It's Wake Up Nigeria.